My name is Jayden. I am currently 17 years old and I currently am a student in Sri KDU Secondary School. There were a few challenges and problems that we first identified, but if I were to condense into two, it would be the fact that the green wall, which to those who don't know is an outdoor vertical garden made entirely out of recyclable materials. It was the problem that it wasn't fully sustainable in itself. We still required water from the school's piping system, but we planned on installing a rainwater collection system that would negate the water costs as it will be fully sustainable. The second problem and challenge we faced was the notion that schools nowadays, they don't really have a lot of green buildings, sustainable buildings. So we decided to rectify this by working with two other schools into installing green walls in their own school compounds. So the two schools would be Sekolah Kebangsaan Pendidikan Khas in Shah Alam, which is a school for disabled children, as well as SMK Pangkor in Perak. These two schools, after much discussion and negotiation, we managed to have them install green walls in both schools, allowing them to have fully sustainable school compound and buildings. Well, there's a lot of issues in today's society and world in itself, but if I were to bring up the two that I feel are most prevalent, although overlooked, would be climate change as well as humanitarian crises. For climate change, yes, it's a topic that is commonly discussed nowadays in the 21st century, but I feel that it should be brought into the spotlight a bit more. Because the fact that climate change in reality actually affects everybody, no matter political affiliation, ethnicities and or age. So I feel that it's a commonly underlooked at issue. As well, for humanitarian crises, it's also very commonly overlooked, especially by members of the youth. But in reality, there are millions of people that are displaced, unemployed, as well as living in poverty. I feel like this issue is actually especially in today's youth, if I were to repeat my answer again, is very overlooked. As for my perspective, before I joined MADYS Summit, my perspective was that I'm only one person. How much can I do on my own? But after I've joined MADYS Summit, it has certainly changed my perspective for the better, I feel, because it has shown me that there's a lot of people out there, members of the youth out there, that actually do care about these issues, and they are certainly trying their best to rectify or to address these issues with these projects that have been brought to light by MADYS Summit. In my opinion, the easiest way and most effective way to do this would be to provide opportunities and avenues for members of the youth. Given the fact that I'm currently in secondary 5 in high school, I'm more focused towards high school students on high school level specifically. So I think providing opportunities and avenues, given the fact that I'm more experienced in addressing these sorts of issues, I feel that giving opportunities to them, to those who are inexperienced, would provide a good mentorship and good learning experience. For example, currently as a Form 5 student, I'm organizing a volunteer drive for high school students to volunteer themselves to work at a local soup kitchen. This has certainly given a lot of students, members of the youth, easy access to addressing issues that they feel passionate about. Also, initially when I was starting out, I didn't really have much experience, but thanks to the guidance and mentorship of I would have to quote my elder brother, Joshua Lee. He was much more experienced at addressing these issues than I was, and he provided me the opportunity by allowing me to be on board with the Green Wall project, which was, as I mentioned, outdoor vertical farm. He gave me the opportunity to learn how to address these issues properly. So I feel that giving opportunities and avenues are the most effective way.